Hi and welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I've finished the big circle painting from GBFKE. I really like this painting. I know it doesn't have loads to it, but it was nice to do. There were some bits of confetti and some bits that weren't. It was nice to do something that was a little bit different in the fact that it's round, and I really like the effect. But it is time to dekit, and what I do also think I need to do, and I can't quite work out where I started putting tape round, but I have put washi tape around the outside because of course the glue expands in places, and I didn't want it to be picking up a load of dust and bits because it will affect the look that you can have on the painting when it's framed. So I can't imagine finding a frame that will be the right size in a circle, though with enough of a hunt, it is a possibility. But I do think it would probably end up either on some mount board or in a frame with the edges, round here. So with that in mind, I do think the first thing I need to do once finishing this painting is to get my sealer and to seal mainly just the edges. You can seal the whole diamond painting, but as a rule, I don't generally tend to seal the whole thing. But I do want to seal the glue around the edges so that it is not going to pick up any more fluff. I do have a couple of little bits of fluff down here, which is where I started before I was like, I need to put washi tape on this. So I'm going to seal all the way around. I'm going to try and, that's a bigger bit of fluff. There we go, get that to the point that it's not on the main part of the canvas. And I am hitting some of the diamonds, but I have sealed stuff with this before, and therefore I do know that it dries clear and you can't actually see the sealer once it's dried. The main thing I want to do is spread it on the glue to stop it being sticky. So I'm going to do this, and then hopefully it will have either dried or dried enough once I have finished dekitting the diamonds. And then this one will actually be going away in my art folder under my couch. It won't fit in my binder because it is 40 by 40 and my binder only holds 30 by 40. But if it does ever come out, which I'm not saying it won't, because I do like the dark blue colour, and if/when the older girls move out and I have a front room again, rather than just having it in the conservatory like we do now, if we ever get, when we ever get a front room back, I am thinking of redecorating before we move stuff back in because it'll be empty, ideal time. And navy blue is a colour that I'm thinking of, so I may well pull this out if that becomes the case. So that is all sealed around the edges. As I say, I'm not too fussed about the rest. I just want that to seal and not be sticky. But while that's over there drying, I do need to put my diamonds away. That's just my little sticker that tells me the name of the painting, the size of the shop, and whether it's round, square or special. And this, I have these stickers are available as a free download on my website, 4kids@147.com, and these are great. We put one on the canvas, which of course is on the cover, which is why it's not still there, and one on the diamonds. and that allows us to match them up and make sure we've got the right set of diamonds at a glance, but you can get them from the website. So I'm going to go and wash this, and then the diamonds, I actually shuffled them about when I set up this painting so that they read A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and actually read in alphabet order. But for the DMC numbers for putting them away, they're not in the right order. So I think the first thing I'm going to do once I've washed this is I'm going to put these back into DMC order so that it'll be easier to pop away. Okay, paintbrush is washed. So first things first, let's have a look. So we've got 4. That's also a 4. Have we got any 5s? No, but we've got a 6. We've got a 7. That's a 6. That's a 9. That's a 3, 8. 9. Ooh. 8. 7. 8. 3, 8. So I'm just putting them according to sort of the first numbers at the moment, and then there's only a few, so that's sort of, well, that's a 3-0. So there we go, that's all the diamonds out. That was pretty easy to do. Let me move it the other side because that canvas is still drying. So we've got a couple of 4s, a couple of 6s, some 7s, some 8s, and I can work out what order they go in as we do them. So I'm going to get out my spares box. This is 100s to 600s for this one. So first off, I need 413, and I'm kind of hoping that I have bags for all of them already, but time will tell. So 413 and tip it in. I am going to mess about with the labels afterwards because there's only so much we can watch labels being taken off bottles. Oh, that's 435. Let's try getting 434 because that's what we actually need. 434. And there is a fair few diamonds left for each of these. It didn't make me ever feel as though I was going to run out. A couple got low, but not too many. And I'm just trying to make sure that the card is sort of in the back. The more I can flatten it, the less it hangs down when I pop them away. So 434. Let's try not to put it away in 435. My brain wanted that to be 435, didn't it? And then the 600s, so 645 is first. And I have a bag for that, even better. 645, and then make sure the card is at the back if you can. It just allows you to sort of flatten it out, and I find that you can get a little bit more room if you can make it so that the diamonds don't all squash to the bottom. And then 676. Oh, we don't have one for this. Okay, so where is all my bits? So I have my stickers, I have a baggie, I have an insert, and where's the pen I like to use? There's the pen I like to use. I like to use the same pen. So if I take out some stickers, I like to use round stickers for the round diamonds, and then the rectangle stickers for the square diamonds. It's a nice way to be able to visually check. So, and I'm tipping them in before I write the label, if they'll come out. Come on. I've got 3 stuck on the bottom. There we go. And that's only because my pen takes a little bit to dry. So if I do all my messing about first and then add on 676, it can sit in the box and it can take as long as it needs to dry. 676, and it can just dry in there. Out of my way, and I don't have to pay any attention. And the next time I go to it, it'll work fine. So how easy are these stickers to come off? Oh, some of them aren't too bad actually. That one gave me a little bit of trouble. Let's see what the next one's like. Because this is quite a tedious process. So if I can do this in little batches, it will be a little bit nicer to spread out the not as nice job, along with the quite enjoyable job of tidying things away. And at least it means once all the diamonds are away, the storage will be pretty much ready to just go away. Now I have used this case a few times and I'm not sure if that's the reason it's becoming easier to take the stickers off, because it's been well used. We'll see. Okay, so we've got 700s to 900s here. Actually, that's an 800. So I think we're going to get quite a big chunk of them away in this one. So 700s first, 738, and put them in order. So 738, we have a bag for those. A couple of different shades of it in this one by the looks of it. But it definitely closely matches some that were already in there. 738, and then we've got 782, which is all the way up here. And I have that in both rounds and squares. So I know by looking at the label, rather than having to look through the bag, which one it is that I need. Plus, I do try and put rounds before squares. Don't ask me why, that's just what suits me. So here, I actually have 783, but I have it twice in squares. So I do need to create a bag for this one as well. So we need a circle sticker on the bag, easier to put on when it's flat. Piece of paper. If you do want any measurements or any details on my storage for my spares, do go to the website, to my website, 4kids@147.com, and I have a link under diamond painting videos. I have a whole folder that shows you the videos I've made on my spare storage, and it also gives you reference to the measurements. So the measurements for the bags and the piece of paper and stuff, to save you scrolling through a video to try and find the measurements. The measurements are noted as well. So we'll get these stickers off these in batches of numbers, I think. Oh, this is so nice to take the stickers off these. Maybe because I've used Glue Gun on these in the past, maybe it's coming off a little bit easier this time. I don't know, it could be a different batch of stickers, because any that come with kits, I just put them all in my sticker holder, so it could be anything. I'm not arguing though. Okay, 801. Well, on the 800s, that was an easy one to know would be pretty much first. And then I've got an 803, which is one of the dark blues at the top. And it was only the last section really that I started putting any blue when I was doing this painting. But the symbols were nice and clear. Symbols were all letters, so much easier to put it in alphabet order as well. Okay, 820 is next. Again, another blue. 820. And then 834 is next. Have I got one for this? No, I don't. We're getting some new colours today. 834. But I have all my supplies pretty close on hand. They sit on my pegboard and on my shelf, various different places for different things. But they are all on one side of the craft room. You can always, of course, do yourself maybe a little basket where you store your, you know, some little card inserts if you've cut up a batch of them and you've got a few left. You keep your baggies, you keep a few stickers or maybe all your stickers, and you just grab that basket when you're de-kitting, and it's so much easier to be able to just grab what you need rather than struggle. In fact, I might do that with a pen pot. So I have a pegboard from IKEA that also has pen pots in it, and I can fit a few baggies, these inserts, a couple of little bits of stickers and my pens in a pen pot, and all I need to do then when I'm de-kitting is grab the pen pot and any little inserts that might need to be made, which is mainly the baggies because all of my DMC numbers are already listed. If I need to create any new bags, I have it all contained. I'm going to do that. I've got space so that I can put the pen pot, and I always like rearranging my pegboard. It like gives it a new lease of life. I don't think Megan will like it if she has to create another label for it, but we won't tell her yet. I'll tell her when she's in the mood for creating labels. And we can do it that way. In fact, do I have a spare pen pot is the question. I'm pretty sure I do. They're just not in this room. I think they're upstairs. So I will look at that project when we're done. So 934. We've already got a card for. I'm all for making life easier. So if I can make life easier by having a little stash, 939, having a little pot that I just grab. I even have space above me on my little shelf. I have a couple of little IKEA tray things that I often use for rubbish. If I'm just, you know, doing a few little bits, I'll use them to hold the rubbish so that I can then go and tip it into the bin, and it saves me trying to find space for a bin in my craft room. And I could possibly use one of those, but I think the little pen pots will be ideal because these, okay, I'll find that lid in a minute. Because the supplies needed for any, you know, diamonds that you may not have a card for already do not take up a lot of room. Okay, found the lid when I was putting it away. It had gone under my foot. These are coming off a lot easier. I don't even think I need to use my glue gun on these when I'm done. We've not really got any residue. Nothing that... Yeah, there's no real residue on these at all, so I'm happy that once these diamonds are all put away, these can just go straight back on the shelf. Even better. Okay, so 3000s down to my last photo box, and we're on the 3000, starting with 3033. And I've only got that in squares. I might have to cut myself some more paper inserts soon. We'll see how that goes. At least if I can cut a load, I know where they can go. Round sticker, because we're working on rounds. And 3033. And then that can drop back in and that can dry. Okay, we'll take that one off, and then we'll do the rest as a batch because they're the 3/8. I do have a little bin that hangs off my desk as well, so that's where my stickers are going. Okay, so 3821286264. Okay, so 3821. And this is some of the sort of yellowy gold. I do like the way that the gold is sort of showing in the painting. When you do take a step back, it's like, we did actually manage to make it look pretty gold. 3828. I have to double check the numbers when there's 4 digits. Don't know why. Makes me think just a little bit more than it normally would. Okay, 3862. All the way up here. Do we have one? No, we don't. Okay. So, little baggie. Little piece of paper insert. Mine's a little bit thicker than printer paper, than the 80 GSM. I think it's 100 GSM or maybe 120. Just a little bit thicker so that it stands up a little bit straighter, which is the idea of this. So that's 3862 done. And then 3864, do we have that? We do. That one's not got many in it at all, but we can fill that up a bit more now. And there we go. Tip that one in. And that is that one kitted up. That is probably record speed for kitting up or de-kitting a diamond painting. Bearing in mind that I have already, you know, part of it was also sealing the canvas. So in this video I've sealed the canvas and then I've come back and de-kitted. I've had to create a few bags. I've taken all the stickers off and I'd pretty much say we were done in under 20 minutes, probably even closer to being about 15 considering I've chatted all the way through it. The sealer on the painting is not fully dry, but it's definitely close. You can still make out exactly what the picture is. And once that's fully dry, I'm just going to pop that in my art folder that just sits under my couch to keep them flat. And maybe this one will make an appearance when I have a room in these colours. But I enjoyed doing it. It's very fun to do and I love the way that they've depicted the gold, considering there is no rhinestones in this picture. But thank you so much for joining me. Sorry, I thought my battery was going to last in my camera until I signed off because I'd only just noticed it flashing, but it didn't. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this. Any questions, please pop them in the comments below, but I will speak to you all again soon.